Traders. So in this video we shall be discussing about liquidative movements in intraday bank nifty trading. So let's have a look at it without further delay. So first of all, you can see what I have is my 5 minutes time frame on bank nifty. So just have a look at this trade first of all, right? So you can see that here, right when price is forming an ascending triangle pattern here, right? So you see some really nice selling pressure in this candle, right, which actually shows like the price is going to break down from here. Quickly we see a recovery on the upside, right? So here is where the sellers are trapped. First of all, those who short bank nifty in this region, they are trapped here. Now just go up. Now above this resistance area, when the price gives the breakout and also shows like it will fly above the day high in this case, right? Here see the price is not able to sustain and quickly we see a downfall in the price, right? So here those who have bought bank nifty options or futures, whatever in this price, they are all liquidated, right? So you see in on both the sides the sellers and the buyers are liquidated, and then comes the very big intraday movement. So that is this one, right? So from around 33,956 to 33 100, right? So at 33,000 basically. So the bank nifty gives a 900 point intraday movement on the downside, right? So I hope you are getting my point. Just have a look at this here. Bank nifty forms an ascending triangle. It tries to go up above the day high, right? It is not able to sustain, and you have this 200 EMA resistance as well. One candle somehow manages to close above this resistance level, and then what you see is a very quick downfall from here. Yeah, so that was your liquidative movement on 16th May. So you can see how good movement, what kind of a movement we have got on the downside, right? So just let's move on to the next trade. So you can see this one is also a very classic example. Here you see some kind of a triangle pattern, very good trend, and see a nice breakout, and then it does not sustain and we see a massive move on the downside. So these are called as your liquidative movements. So how do you actually find them out on the charts, right? How do you actually play them out and how to predict them? So first of all, what you have to do is to look at the overall trend, right? So overall trend, if I were to show that to you, just have a look. This is on the downside, right? So when you have the trend on the downside, you are not likely to get a nice breakout movement on the upside, right? Rather you should be looking for trades that that are on the short side basically, right? So in this case what you see is price does manage to sustain above this trend line, but still it falls very quickly, and then we see a huge intraday selling pressure, right? So how to again find them out? You should be looking at the overall trend, and then you should be looking at major resistance area. So first of all, you can see that if I were to mark with a rectangle, this area is actually a major resistance area, a major mid-term resistance area, and price was not able to sustain above this area for long, right? So from around here also you should actually be careful of that thing, right? Since the trend was on the downside and this was a major resistance area, a breakout is not likely to sustain. So once a legend said that in a downtrend never buy breakouts, right? And that is actually true. So even if sometimes you will get some nice breakout movements, but still then it is better to avoid them. Here is one more example. You can see price tries to sustain above this resistance area but is not able to do so, and we see a quick intraday downfall, right? Here also there is the same thing happening, right? Here actually we don't even get a movement. I was also liquidated here, so you can see that price shows an ascending triangle breakout, a day high breakout, but again quick intraday liquidation, and then we get a somewhat small kind of a move on the downside, right? So I hope you are getting my point. This is really important to understand. Why? Because liquidative movements are all over the place when it comes to intraday trading today, these days, right? So you should be able to find them out on the charts. Okay, so again, how to avoid them? First of all, be aware of all the important resistance levels, right? So first of all, if I just go to the hourly time frame, you can see that the price is actually near a resistance level, right? So if price tries to go up, there will be sellers who will be shorting, right? So in such cases, when the trend is on the downside, look at this, the trend is on the downside, and you also have your resistance levels, the price trading near the resistance areas. In such cases, a breakout is not likely to sustain, right? So that is the way to avoid this. Again, if you can't, just accept the stop losses and exit, because you are likely to get much better trades on the downside just after a liquidation movement. So that is the whole thing, right? So if you see a nice liquidation movement on intraday, right, be ready for the fact that you are likely to see a nice movement on the opposite side. So suppose it breaks out, it is not able to sustain, and then you get a really nice movement on the downside. So this is what I was talking about. In intraday, this trade works really well. This is a high momentum trade. These types of trading systems are well designed for today's market. All right, so what you can do is just place your stop loss somewhere here and enter here, and then just catch the momentum, huge momentum, as I have shown you in some of these examples, right? And it works really well. Okay, so I hope you had an understanding of liquidative movements on intraday. If you want to learn bank nifty options trading, join our intraday options trading course using price action at rupees 499 only. It is a limited period offer, and also get access to our premium membership where we share intraday analysis on a daily basis to help you guys trade in a better way. Alright guys, see you guys in the next video.